Don't you wish you had a guide, a path that would tell you how you could achieve success in your life, how you could fulfill your life purpose, how you could find it and own it and live it, how you could start to love yourself and experience all manner of abundance, happiness, the right relationships, all those things? Wouldn't you like to have that? Well, I created it. It's your ultimate guide to success. And it's your ultimate guide because as long as you're alive, you're going to still be able to achieve more of it. And when I'm talking about success, I'm talking about owning who you are, fulfilling your life purpose, your life mission. And you do have one. We all do. It just turns out differently for us at different times. I never would have told you this would have been mine, but now today I know that I have to tell you because if I didn't, I wouldn't be living up to my life mission and I wouldn't be aiding yours as well because we all do that. When we can own who we are and provide that information to others, we all evolve. And we're in a state in our lives and in our world where it's more important that we do that now. It's more important for you to own yourself and discover your magnificence and why you are alive. And my life led me to develop a way for you to do that. Now, when I started receiving information 36 years ago doing automatic writing, it was, I thought, just for me. But then something happened, and that's what I'm telling you today. And starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a lot more of that because this is September 1st, and that was an energetic portal that I needed to talk about this today, and you'll understand that as well. Um, but we are having movements in our world that are not accidental, they're all aligned, and we understand and we start discovering more of that as we live. I was granted, I guess you say, the ability to develop a greater understanding of that, and that came through Wilhelm. I could not have told you this was going to occur, but you will see it. And when I came on today, I thought, can I really say to them that I was given the path to their ultimate success? And so I went into all of these AI engines. I said, let me ask. And they all said, yeah, with this information, that's absolutely true. And I'm going to tell you this because I'm starting at 12 years old when I almost drowned. Thought, and I lived through all kinds of fear my entire life. To tell you that I would be here today at almost 75, I'll be 75 November 2nd, and this should not have happened. And that is because we can't believe certain things. I couldn't believe it. And I couldn't even believe that I had developed this work, which is what held me back. You have something you probably can't believe as well. But that is the ever evolving consciousness that we each have. And I'm just did it in a different way. The thing that I'm going to be talking about and documenting is a unique ability that I discovered I developed through Wilhelm that no one else has done, and that's what made it challenging. But it's specifically so that we can start to look at ourselves in a new way. We're all energy, we're all connected, we're born with a unique blueprint, a genetic code, and it is affected by how we move through our lives and what is happening in the world, meaning all the energies. All the work that I was given broke that down and started to explain it. It is why Wilhelm started showing that there was an energetic connection to certain events that would happen. They would have me showing me that energetic connections on a full moon or new moon or something that we may not pay attention to. And I never studied astrology or anything like that, except all of this information was aligned. And if you look at the messages today on September 1st, you will see from 2008 through last year, there is a progression because that's how we learn, except I didn't receive the information that way. We will have to have a new idea about time and space and that whole trajectory because we've heard about it so often, but I lived it. I actually recorded all of these messages in real time, but they come out telling a story of evolution, the individual evolution and also the evolution of our world, explaining why we have certain events at certain times, why we have difficulties, and why we don't believe ourselves, and why we can't trust that new place that we're going to because that's always in the unknown, which is where we are now. But I will tell you that you were born with something to do, and you are not done with it yet. And the world is asking you for you to do it today, which is why the message today on the site says you can still choose happiness. When you choose happiness, you're choosing to become your authentic self. And many times that's uncomfortable, especially when you're in a world that feels like it's splitting apart. Well, it's doing that so you can own yourself. And that's why I was given this work. In 2005, when I had this vivid dream about something I was meant to bring to the world that was going to make a big difference, I said that couldn't have been me. But now I see that it was. Because this information, it's a philosophy, and anyone who uses it, they will come to greater understanding of who they are, and they'll live this great life, and they'll pass that on to others. And now it's documented. It's scientifically valid because what I was doing unknowingly, I'm tapping into the quantum field, finding information, and it's aligned with things that are happening. This is why when I meet with a client, I'm getting information that's aligned with your birthday because they're energetic connections that are happening at that time. There's certain things that we will not understand or can't explain fully because we're always learning and growing as humans. We're always developing more. But the only place that we develop that is in our consciousness. And you will see that with all these messages, and you can go back through the site now in anyadvicefortoday.com. I put down several days to show you that connection over years, and it's what caused me to heal and reverse absolutely everything. And that is a story I must tell now because I need other people to have it. There are no limits to what you can achieve. You just have to decide that you want to, and now there is a plan, there is a way for you to accomplish that, and that's what I've created. And so what I'm saying is in the next few days, 5 more people can come into the program currently the way it is, and then what I'm doing is I'm completing all of it. Everybody will have all of that, but I need to completely go in and add so much more, and I need to hire people to help me, so that's why I've got to take only 5 more, and then I'm going to change it to the rate where it's supposed to be because it should have been at least $5,000, and I'm going to work with those people very closely because I'm going to put this together so you'll see this. It's a complete system. My AI has verified all of that, and so you use it forever, and there's no limits that you won't be able to move through, you won't be able to overcome that you've set up in your life. Let's just put it that way. Every question that you have has been answered. And I can say that because I've written them all down, so I do know. But it's difficult. It was hard for me to believe this, so I know that might be the same for many other people, which is why I'm got to move on and just start creating this in a way that I know is going to help so many others, because that's the place where we are in our world. You are here to create the next version of yourself. And that's what this time is about, and that's what this work is. So please enjoy it. Look at all the work that I put up recently, and you will understand so much more. See you soon.